This is your study guides, numbers 4 through 6. So on this one, we have been told that these two triangles are congruent. If they are congruent, then all their corresponding parts will also be congruent. So it asks you to find the measure of AB. Well, what side corresponds to AB on this triangle? The side DE does. So these two have to be congruent. So if we're trying to find the measure of AB, we can just look and say, well, the measure of DE, its congruent corresponding side, is 3.5 millimeters. And that would be my answer. You're also asked to find the measure of angle E. And obviously that's got to be a typo because we do not, obviously it's 90 degrees. So by this point in time, hopefully the study guide has been changed, and that should have been find the measure of angle D. I'm going to change that too. Alright, so what is the measure of angle D? Well, what we're going to be looking at here is if C corresponds to F, and those are congruent, and this is 31 degrees, and I've got a 90 degree angle here, I'm going to have 90 plus the 31 degrees is going to give me a total of 121 degrees. But I still need one more, so the measure of angle D is going to equal 180 degrees. So to find that, I'm going to subtract that from 180, and what I'm going to find is that missing angle is going to be 59 degrees. And then finally, it says given that we have two triangles congruent, so I'm going to go ahead and just draw a picture here. Here is CDE is congruent to triangle HIJ, because remember C and H have to correspond, D and I have to correspond, and E and J have to correspond. It tells you that DE is equal to 9x. It tells you that IJ is equal to 7x plus 3. So we've been told these two triangles are congruent, which means that these two sides are going to be the same length. So if we're going to first try to find x, we're going to set the two expressions equal to each other and solve. So I'm going to subtract x from both sides, and I get 2x is equal to 3. Divide both sides by 2, and x is equal to 1.5. Then it also tells me not only do I find x, but I'm going to find the measure of DE. So to find DE, that is equal to 9 times x, or 9 times 1.5, since we just found that x was equal to 1.5. And when we multiply them together, DE is going to be a measure of 13.5 units.